Hello people there, this is TheRubyRevolution. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the patch 1.99 dev server for Warframe. It's that time again, we're on the hype train with the new patch. With this video we're going to be looking exclusively at just the ground vehicles with each nation coming this patch, and then the video probably later on today or tomorrow will be on all the aircraft which are coming in this patch, and then if I get enough time with the dev server, we'll have a look at all the naval stuff with Italy as well as the other nations as well. We're going to starting from left to right, no bias here, literally starting from one nation through the other. USA is getting one vehicle, it looks like, this patch, which is this one here, which has been have a dev blog on it and stuff, which is the high survivability test vehicle, lightweight, really interesting tank. This one, 75mm. It's auto loaded with a 6-round first stage stereo, which is a really nice 5.5 second reload and a 13-degree gun depression. The shell on this is just exclusively an APF SDS, which is rather low, 276mm of penetration, but I think that's going to be absolutely fine. You're going to be flanking in this vehicle, and the mobility is absolutely fantastic in this tank. I think it was a 9.3 battle rating right now, but the mobility on this vehicle is really, really good, and it's going to be really good fun to play. Really looking forward to doing a video on this one, if my aiming can improve. There we go. Very mobile vehicle, which is kind of what you want at that battle rating. High speed is normally better than most of the things. And you're going to be going through most of the tanks at 9.0, I think. If you get the flank to them, which is what this vehicle is kind of designed for, it's really, really good. Doesn't look like it has scouting right now, which is kind of interesting. I would have thought this has scouting. I'm not sure if it has thermals either. We're going to have to check that in just a second. Okay, it does have thermals. That's pretty nice. Oh, it does have optics. Okay, it does have optics. It must have been because it was there, the test drive, which why I didn't have it. So, really nice vehicle for America. With this thing, definitely going to be doing a video on this. Next, Germany is getting a new M48, which is the M48 Super. It has a upgraded turret with more armor protection, but for the most part, I was doing a little bit of testing when I was streaming before starting this. It's not going to really make that much of a difference. The cannon on this is a L7A3, 105mm. Really nice pen, 408mm of penetration. Everything more than enough. It does have thermals on it, actually. I've just noticed it does have thermals on it, which is very nice. Yeah, the armor protection on this isn't really going to stop most shells, unfortunately. If I go and have a look at the XM1 quick, 353mm of pen, you can see that it's going to go through the turret, so it's not really going to stop that many APF SDS shells, unfortunately. But it's another vehicle, we can't complain. It's always nice to get other stuff. That's the only vehicle which Germany is getting this patch, it looks like. Next is Russia, which is getting a really interesting ATGM launcher this patch. Unfortunately, I can't test drive it, which is a real shame. It's this thing here. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Kirizan Antenums S? I have no idea. But anyway, this thing is on the Storm S hull. It's a dual ATGM launcher with, I'm not sure how many shells it has, but it has the same kind of carousel system as the Sturm S does. The difference with this one is that it has this radar system. Now, this radar system that we're showing off on the Twitch dev stream yesterday, where it has kind of like the ground radar, kind of similar to like the Longbow, etc. has, where you can scan out targets, then you can lock onto them, and then the ATGM does like all the work for you. It like locks on, it fires at the enemy, and it's just really, really simple to use. Takes pretty much all skill out of taking enemy targets. And the crazy thing with this ATGM is it has 1,200mm of penetration. This thing is going to be absolutely disgusting. On a big, large maps, you're going to have really struggle to hide, especially if you're out in the open. You're going to get so easily hit by this vehicle. Has MVDs as well, has thermal sights. So it's going to be very, very deadly Pretty long reload though with those dual 80 gems. Definitely looking forward to grinding this out and doing a video on this one. Very interesting machine. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty disgusting in the right sort of game. That's all Russia is getting this patch, it looks like. I should also say as well that everything that you're seeing right now is subject to change. Battle ratings, statistics, everything like that can definitely change. So please keep that in mind. Now Britain is getting a couple of new vehicles this patch. Some of them are here. We're getting a new, basically copycat Stuarts for low tier. Not going to go too much detail with that. There's getting the Stuart 1 and the Stuart 3. The main thing that Britain's getting this patch in terms of tanks is a new Challenger 2, which is really nice to see. Britain's getting another top tier tank. This one does come stock with the up armored actual armor plate package, but you can also get this armor package here, which is a Dorchester 2F, which adds extra armor protection around the tank. Unfortunately, I can't show it right now, but they were showing off in the dev server stream yesterday. So basically what this is going to be is a more up-armored Challenger with basically the same gun and the same penetration and probably the same really bad and average mobility with it. But still, the Challenger 2 is an absolutely gorgeous vehicle. So really, really nice to see. Actually, does it have a more powerful engine? Let me have a look at this quick. No, okay. Yeah, it's going to be pretty much exactly the same as the other one, just with more armor and another choice if you do die in the other Challenger 2. Now, moving on to Japan. Japan is actually getting a new SPA with this patch, which is absolutely fantastic. Finally, after crying for so long, Japan is finally getting a new SPA, and it is this thing. This is the Type 93. It's basically a Humvee with AA launchers on the back. Looks really interesting and really fun. From what I can gather when I was looking at it, it looks like it's going to be similar to how the Saddam for Italy is used, and that these are heat-seeking surface-to-air missiles with a 5.5 kilometer maximum range. It doesn't have any gun or anything like this, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's going to be pretty mobile across the battlefield, and it's definitely going to be something which Japan players are going to want to get for anti-air duty. It's really interesting. Nice to see that's something unique as well, which is always nice to see. Anyway, moving on to China. Now, China are getting two very interesting new vehicles. The first one is this one here. We've had a dev server on this. This is the ZSD-63. This is armed with dual 25mm cannons, and this thing is like the R3 all over again. This vehicle is absolutely disgusting. If I test drive this, I'll be able to show you exactly why this vehicle is like the R3. Because the rate of fire is absolutely ridiculous on this vehicle. It only has 80 rounds, but the fire rate and the scope, if I can actually hit the target, there we go. Absolutely disgusting. Is it stabilized as well? I haven't checked that yet. No, it's not stabilized. At least there's something. These have 63 mils a pen with these 25 mils. Oh. But the downside is this. The reload is really, really long. So you're going to have to play that and take that into account while playing this vehicle. Absolutely nuts though. Definitely going to be doing a video on this one. Really, really interesting SPA for China. China is also getting this patch a new top tier premium tank. They've removed the T62 last patch, and I've now added this in. This is the T69, which is a Bangladeshi T69 apparently, with basically ERI protection on it. We can take this for a test drive, but first we'll show the shells on it. 400mm heat, 351 APF SDH, which is pretty nice. Maybe slightly above average for 8.7. Quite a long reload though, and really bad vertical guidance. No thermals on this vehicle, probably why it's 8.7 rather than being a 9.0. We could also test drive this. Oh, I've got the wrong shell type loaded. Oh yeah, it's also got this shell type actually we can sort of talk about. It's got like a proximity fused shell, which it looked like It's designed to be used against helicopters and aircraft because it has like a proximity fuse on it. Unfortunately, in this test drive, there is no aircraft I can show you on. It doesn't seem to work on tanks, unfortunately. But against aircraft, I think it has a 15-meter proximity fuse, which is pretty cool. And hopefully, actually, if I just go to the test drive again, and actually show you the APF-SDS this time, you'll be able to take on helicopters, especially with it, which is quite nice. The APF-SDS, though, it's going to get the job done. Mobility's, I'd say, pretty standard for like Russian-style tanks of this sort of tier. My aiming's horrendous. I wonder what the verse rate's like. -7. Okay. Cool vehicle. ERA is not going to be that much protection at 8.7. This thing also as well costs 60 euros. Definitely expect Supreme to buy. Rubles won't be buying it, that's for sure. Moving on to Italy next. Now, Italy have a lot of tanks coming this patch, but a lot of them, unfortunately, are, in fact, all of them, I think, are copy and paste, which is a shame. And pretty much all of them are American. We've got the M3A3, which is another American vehicle. We have the a premium one, which is the M4, which is, it just looks like it's an M4 A1 maybe, which has a 75mm M3 cannon, 104mm pen. How much was it? It was 1,300 Golden Eagles right now. And then we've also got a Chaffee, a 3.3 battle rating. This is going to be like pretty much exactly the same as the American one. And then we've also got an M4A4. So yet another Sherman being added in. But that's not all, because there's other American vehicles. We have an M18, which right now sits at a bat rating of 4.7, which I don't understand. That will probably change to the live server. I don't think that will stay the same. Yeah, it has the same gun and everything. And then we've also got a Sherman VC to top it all off. So loads of Shermans being added in for Italy this patch. A little bit of a shame, the copy and paste. Every nation must get a Sherman, and lots of Sherman. Unless it's Sweden. Sweden doesn't have a Sherman yet. Anyway, moving next on to France. Now, France are getting a couple of new vehicles this patch, and one of them is really, really weird. The first one is the D2, which is this one here. 1.3 battle rating. This is armed with the 47mm. We're used to, like, say, the B1 BIS. -18 gun depression, which is absolutely fantastic. And a 40mm armor plate on the front. If you angle up, especially with this thing, it's going to be very hard to penetrate the front of this tank. And because it's only 1.3 battle rating, that 47mm is going to be really fantastic at that low battle rating. Definitely going to be doing a video on this one. Pretty nice to see. Oh my god, no one wears best armor. Let's spawn the machine gun. Yeah, take that. .47mm, not the best cannon. I think it has like 60 something of pen. Yeah, no, it takes quite a few shots with this gun to kill enemies. There we go. What I found was kind of interesting with this vehicle is that it goes about 20 kilometers forward, but in reverse it will also go 12 kilometers an hour, which is quite nice. Pretty fast in reverse as well, which is typically unusual for a French tank. Or maybe not. Anyway, moving on to the other vehicles of France. Next we've got another Sherman for France as well. This is another M4 A4. You can see what the theme of this patch has been in terms of adding in new vehicles at lower tier. But they're also getting added in this thing, which is the AMX-13 M24, which is a really weird contraption. It's basically an AMX-13 hull with a Chaffee turret on top. It's an absolute abomination of a vehicle, in my opinion. Looks so weird. But it might be okay. 1,150 Golden Eagles this cost. That's going to be something different. Definitely mobile in the forward, but I think in reverse it has like a -4 reverse speed. -6. Still though, not very good. Oh my god, well that shell did absolutely nothing, did it? Quite a nice low tier premium though. If you wish to buy an abomination of a vehicle. The last vehicle that I can see which has been added in, at least on this dev server, is for Sweden, and Sweden are getting this thing, STRF 9056, which is another Bofors firing STRF, but this one is armed with these ATGM launchers, and these are absolutely fantastic ATGMs. They have kind of like a proximity fused effect. I'll show them when we get into a test drive with it. 510 mil of penetration and 2.72 kilograms TNT equivalent explosive mass. But the weird thing about these vehicles is that the way the ATGM is fired at the target, if I just look at this tank over here and fire the ATGM off, ooh, you see how the target, like the ATGM goes above the target and then explodes. If we fire this off again, it probably should kill it. It seems to do this automatically when you go over the top of a target. Okay, it hasn't killed it. When I was test driving this before, it was like one-shotting everything. Maybe if I fire at the IT one, it'll work. 8 rounds of ammunition. Oh, that's a really cool animation for the rockets. It seems to automatically go above the target when you put it over the target, if that makes sense. Oh my god, there we go. So it's still a direct fire system, unlike say the Javelin. So it doesn't directly attack from the top. It's more like a proximity fused. Really interesting. It's going to be great for getting targets that are hiding behind cover, especially. Other than that, we're still going to have the 40mm, which I know and love. Incidentally, though, it doesn't get the upgraded APFSDS with this, which is probably why it's 9.7. But still, I think the ATGM launcher more than makes up for it. Oh, there we go. There's the animation for the ATGMs. Absolutely fantastic tank. Even with just the 40mm, this was a fantastic vehicle. So the ATGMs really is just an absolutely cherry on top, especially for long-range shooting. Just look at that go. Oh my god, this thing is going to be disgusting. Oh my god. Oh, I cannot wait to play this on the live server. It's going to be really, really good fun. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this quick overview of all the ground vehicles which are on the 1.99 dev server right now. Hopefully I haven't missed anything, and I apologize if I got any information wrong, because I normally do that when I'm doing these dev server overviews. Let me know in the comments below what you think of all the stuff which is coming this patch and which vehicles you're looking forward to as well. The next video we'll be looking at all the aircraft such as the Mirage and the F-104 coming this update. But until the next time, please like, comment, share, all that good stuff guys, and I'll catch you on the next one sometime soon. Bye!